if he fucking wants to. That doesn't make him a bad guy.
See, that's always Megan or Shannon. You did hear her, right? I don't care if that man's in hospice.
Not only did he watched it all.
Shannon's argument is that if she's a wiener watcher, then everyone else is a wiener watcher too.
Why is she shaming Andrew right now? Like, Andrew did not get on TikTok and play that stuff like Shannon and Megan did.
Does Andrew have the ability to consent to what they did to him for that? I want to, let's go there then, if we're going to go there.
That is weird.
Did Andrew have power of attorney?
I hope not. The one has actually a recording of this audio and this her live today, so he can also share to the judge that she does in fact like to use revenge, even explicit photos and videos against other men, and that's why not the one is actually the victim in this.
I think
the only one that I can feel bad for is Andrew.
A video. Like, that's weird, Shannon. Why are you recording another man watching a video and then using it against him? Now you've did something else.
When you call me a wiener watcher, make sure that you call
Andrew never said that you made her. I mean, that you made him watch it.
Make sure you call him.
You're sitting there going on about Andrew being in that watch party. Shannon, let's clarify that your best friend, the racist, right, allowed her minor daughter to watch that wiener fucking show. That is disgusting. And you condone it. You fucking condone it. So sit the fuck down, bed bug Betty.
He watched them all. He watched all them wieners.
I just want to remind everybody, she said with her whole chest, she just uses humor and she's not going to get upset today.
If you call me a wiener watcher, then you have to call everyone else a wiener watcher too.
Well, bedpans and bedbugs is going to get upset today for sure.
Bernie feeling real left out right now.
Well, I mean, we like Andrew, so.
Yep.
And they were hella shocked. Did you see that look on Miss Melissa or Miss
Andrew didn't know better. Or
Megan's face? She has never seen anything like that in her life.
Oh,
nobody said that.
And he literally was laughing and rolling off of the bed.
It was kind of like that, NBC Universal attraction ride thing that they've been posting lately of everyone making those faces and shit at what they're seeing.
Because you're on hospice, Andrew, doesn't mean that your behavior on this app hasn't been fucking shitty.
Oh,
I think him being on hospice explains some of it, though.
Shitty, but you raised money for him.
I agree with that, 100%.
Same for Bernie.
Because you're on hospice, as I know, and as you know, Shannon.
Oh, so now you're saying he's in hospice. You said he just had pneumonia and was hanging out at the hospital. Which is it, Berto?
Cheryl Ellis marked safe from pickle peeping. Just want to point that out.
You know what? That I've dealt with hospice. I've been, people.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Savior.
I've been through so much with hospice patients.
I'm a protected protector.
Abused by hospice patients. You know what, Shannon?
Abused by hospice patients.
Hospice
being
Berto. Hey, Berto, what about that restitution?
How many hospice patients died during the pandemic because hospice workers refused to close their hands again? I believe that report came out recently. It was in the millions, wasn't it?
Florida man, is this her thinking about flicking her bean?
And I don't care.
Yeah, being a DV victim,
I really do.
Being an SA victim, whatever you want to say about your trauma, all your traumas, Bernie does not give you a pass to be a shitty person.
Participated in some vile and disgusting shit.
I think Bernie likes to trigger people with her trauma. I think that's why she goes from box to box to box to box and does all this. It makes her feel something. And now knowing that she's watching behind Pastor Petty's live, so she can immediately get in there and co-opt someone else's story is insane.
Aren't you friends with all of them over there? Oh,
yeah. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. Do you see how she got in the box? And what does her essay or her saying the word essay have anything to do with this conversation we're having or Shannon's having right now?
Oh yeah, see, they don't want Mima 1111 in the box because she hangs with us.
Oh, they didn't want any kind of dissenting opinion. They just wanted to like have
And
a
also,
cult of personality going.
and also, if you're going to say that what Andrew did was participating in some terrible, viable things, then you're included in that, correct? Because you're including Andrew in your behaviors right now.
She just showed a watch party of her showing off someone's revenge corn, didn't she? Like, if anyone's doing bad behaviors, it's and creating more victims, it's the people over there.
Excuse me? Can I sort of ask a question?
You do not get to use the excuse.
I just caught her. Shannon just said something about Andrew was laughing, rolling off his bed. If there's video of that, then she's in trouble because that means that he was videoed inside the facility, which is a HIPAA violation.
And trust me, I know
That's not how HIPAA works.
people that are on
So she's not directly caring for him, so technically that's not a
You don't get to hide behind that as an excuse to be a shit person on TikTok.
I thought it didn't, if he was videotaped at all.
No.
Him being a vulnerable adult, maybe, but it has nothing to do with HIPAA.
Let's just do a scenario here. Let's say someone is bad,
Okay.
right? Let's say they're doing chemo treatments.
Well, let's say vulnerable adult,
come on this
then she would be guilty of that.
and ugly towards people.
Well, yeah, but she's also worked in a jail, and she's a homophobic, racist bigot herself.
Yeah.
So, and been a corrections officer, and we know how much violence and death there is because of correctional officers in the United States. So
Now Shannon is saying that chemo patients are bigoted too. I don't know where this chemo analogy came from.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna give Bernie a pass,
Florida man.
if they're gonna give Bernie a pass because she's a DV victim and an SA victim,
I don't know who he
we
is.
can give Andrew a pass for being on hospice.
Because what he has turned into.
She won't. She hates Andrew for some reason. Probably because he is a vulnerable adult, and it's the only kind of person that she can punch down on.
Yep.
Well, she tries to punch down on others, but it doesn't work. We just clown in her face.
listen, I can't be having fucking Shannon be worried if I have a fucking wiener or not looking at me like that. And why are you using such a filtered photo of her?
Hospice to get a free pass for your shitty behavior on this app.
What?
That's a dapper pickle.
So if
It's winking at her.
like all of Bernadette's memes were nice, and I'm not putting up any awful pictures of them. Why they're getting so mad, I don't know. Shannon just really likes pickles.
I'm pretty sure she's talking
I do
about
think she's
Bernie
jealous
right
of Andrea.
now.
She loves the way Retina's name tastes in her mouth.
It goes. I'm sick of him.
Listen, somebody throwing some duct tape on her back also doesn't give her the right to be a vile fucking piece of shit on the internet either, Shannon. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's talking to Bernie right now, not Andrew.
You can have it to me.
Whatever happened to the petty mod that we were like? Where happened to that big expose that was supposed to rattle the rank? Like she got sidetracked by Eggplant. Is that what happened?
No, let's
Yeah,
just.
that's what happened. I mean, she had to go flick her bean.
I mean, me too. I mean, I get sidetracked by Eggplant sometimes too. But I thought the mod was getting exposed or mod or whatever.
are you new here? You just got to throw out things as fast as possible to see what's going to cause the biggest uproar.
Just throw shit at a wall and see what sticks, especially when Bernie's in the box.
Yes, just fucking throw out whatever.
Because there's absolutely no fucking cure for it.
Well, all I'm saying is you don't get a.
Hey, so we're gonna go left here for a second, but Buzz,
He's like
you want to quit being a
rattling
dick
off
to people in
other
the
chronic
comments? That would be
illnesses
great.
now.
The fuck?
He's like, what if you have this chronic illness? Does that mean you get a pass to do all of this stuff? No one is saying any of that, Shannon. Bitch, we're saying you don't even get a pass for being a racist bigot.
So you
And
are.
I'm not even aware of any health ailments that you have. Period. I don't give a fuck what you have. You don't hear be racist. You're racist.
Don't be worried about it, Michael. They're fake anyways.
Wiener watcher.
Wow.
Shannon, you're so funny. I have wiener dogs.
They are so weird.
You are a wiener watcher too, Andrew.
They're like bragging about the fact that like they literally went out of their way to download revenge porn and watch it. They won, guys. When you're 60 and laughing on the internet at shit like this, you won.
Gonna give an excuse and be like, "Oh, well, she forced me to be there. She told me that if I wasn't there, she wasn't going to be my friend anymore, and she told me that if I wasn't in that video chat." I have a quick question, Mikey, my mod, Mikey. By the way, I call him.
Ooh,
Mike.
violation, Mikey.
Mod Mike.
No, different one. This is her
Mark
sugar
it.
baby.
No, but she
Her
slipped
sugar.
up for a second. She couldn't. She at first she was talking about Mikey.
Like 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock because he was so tired and so exhausted, and that he would have to get off of the video calls because he said that he needed sleep and he needed rest, but yet he's up all night long and lives now modding for people at like 2-3 in the morning.
And your
Why
point
is she like watching this person? Like,
He's a grown ass dude. He could have a different sleep
he
schedule than
can't do
you.
anything on the weekends. How dare he? Send him to the goulash.
And you remember?
Why are you
Andrew,
watching him so
when-
closely?
So I got a question. If Shannon is unaware of Andrew's sexual orientation, wouldn't it be a hate crime for her to be talking shit about this right now and showing video and photos?
Yeah, it would
Is
be.
Andrew LGBTQ?
We don't know. That's the point, is that she's shaming him for watching that, and we don't know what he's into.
9 minutes,
And it's kind of gross that she's doing that anyways, because people can watch whatever they want, Shannon.
and you
They
told
just
us
can't watch it with their children in the room like Megan.
pretending to be your parents.
So she made him watch it and then is now mocking him for having watched it and what that makes him
I wanted to see
Yo,
because of
what was
his sexual orientation.
that blonde girl that she was like banned from TikTok for a few years because she flashed some little boys at a pool outside on live?
old.
Oh,
What was that? What the hell was that girl's name?
I don't know.
Oh, she
The
was.
day I'm getting beat this bad,
Buddy
like
called.
by someone in hospital, is the day I give up. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like, come on. Like, Andrew's not even doing anything. He's just existing and she's losing.
Yes, Kylie Strickland. That's, you know what, fucking Megan should be fucking having repercussions too.
With me.
If Megan's gonna get on here and show her biddies to everybody on a child's app, it should be a fucking cross the board.
What live are they on? Or who's live? What's their app?
Saying that somebody
Miss
called
Assassins.
pretending to be your parents is because you wanted to get the heat off of me. Do you remember that, Andrew? Or are you gonna go try to convince that other side that that wasn't the truth?
It's Miss Assassin T46.
Bob, Crystal, all of us know the truth. But you have convinced that other side that I called the facility when you know damn good and well that
Because
was
you did.
She's really doing this again.
you
Yep.
made that story up. You lied about it.
We've shown the proof time and time again. She lied.
She lied. She admitted in text messages that I have
You literally said you were
somebody
tired
called.
of fucking with me.
Username is unknown. Do you
I
want
bet
a
you're not
box?
gonna tell the truth already.
No one in the boxes up there feels bad that like Stan
Yeah, I
is
was gonna
once
say,
again
you had didn't
attacking
you
a
go on a
disabled person
live?
for no reason.
Parents,
Yeah, didn't you go on a live and admit it to it? A and B, didn't you in the text message technically admitted to it as well?
It's me, yeah. It's me.
This is,
Okay.
you hear how she said is because of how I did this because of how you were treating me online.
Hey,
So
and,
if
and,
that's
and
the
Abler,
class that we
and
can
Abler,
all verbally
I'm going to need you to
go
come up
over your
here and
life on
say
her.
Wiener Watcher.
that's very sad and very disgusting.
And not just that, it was
I actually was headed to work. and
not Andrew trying to say that was
I so
you.
upset.
It was everybody else that kind of deducted it because of what you were saying.
And then to come to find out it wasn't true. He made it all up, and he made up the lie, and he did it for sympathy, and he did it to take the heat off of me.
Then
And
why
he admitted it. And now that he knows and he's with the other side, he has them all convinced that I'm the one that called the facility. Nobody called the facility, Andrew. You made it up.
Didn't she say she just called the facility?
Yep.
Yeah, she
Am I
did.
tripping?
However, the thing is, she's a known liar, and Andrew's never lied to us. So, whose word are we gonna take?
Your ears and open
Can I
your
look
Does
at
she
his cover
she
box?
gaslit herself into calling Mikey's facility, and we're supposed to feel bad about it? Like, I'm
Pretty much.
confused.
I can say that Mikey, or not Mikey, but Andrew has never convinced me of actually anything. These are my own opinions because I like group thinking.
And I have gotten dragged because all I did
Oh my
was tell the
goodness,
fucking
Bernie
truth,
said.
Bernadette.
When Bernadette is the person telling you that you're doing it right, sweetie. Girl, you're lost in the sauce, babe.
Babe, I am so sorry. My goodness.
Oh, Bernie, I forgot to tell you when
Bernie out
you're
of
in
breath.
here. I'm not gonna stop streaming you. I'm gonna
There's a lot
continue.
there. There's a lot.
What the hell are you listening to?
And I'm glad that Shannon said she don't remember because I got that live. And I will be playing that live tonight where she admitted to it. And we got the text messages where she admitted to that.
Yes.
They're reaching out to Crystal's family members. I got those text messages and I got the live. So I will be playing it, Shannon, since you got amnesia.
Oh my god. I am so sorry, babe.
I guarantee you, Bernie didn't listen to a single thing that Shannon was saying, and she's come in now because she wants to get her victim points in. Because
And then
it's
I
her
got
turn now.
accused
Did you say lick them points?
of raising money.
Oh, 100%. I think she's keeping a tally. And then at the end of the week, they circle who is the biggest victim.
Not sending him the money.
We'll show the cash
but
apps. I bet you
not
don't.
only did I make you have,
Victim points on the back end.
but I've also done a lot of things for other people that I have not brought.
She's never ever showed the
will
cash app that she received.
that I have
So
had to
did.
go through because of only trying.
And let's not forget with Tina. Don't you remember when her and Pam reached out to Andrew and they played him like they wanted to buy a blanket? All to come back on the internet to tell everybody how it was a joke and ha ha ha. You remember that too, Regina?
The other side
Okay.
unnoticed.
Sure do. Trust me, I don't be forgetting nothing that bitch be doing.
So she sound like she got amnesia over there. Like she don't remember none of these things.
Nah, she's got new fucking people that weren't around months ago, and so she thinks she's just gonna play in everybody's fucking face.
The real people that
I
truly
will-
Carol, she never showed where all the money came from. She never showed dates to correlate, nothing.
and that was your big.
I'm gonna make a list of all the receipts I
Everybody
want
knows
to
that you're a
see
wiener
from them.
watcher, too. That is absolutely true.
God, she got the whole goddamn Wienermobile now.
And she never showed a receipt.
Hey, Gemma, can you mod Bedazzled when she comes through?
Can you mod my bedazzled, please?
Yeah.
Can you comment for a
I
second?
love these are all new people, all new characters, because the old ones are tired of hearing Jan and,
Queenie.
and Megan and Bernadette
Right,
say the
so
same
they've got all
fucking
the
stories
new
over and over
people.
again.
I don't want
The
anybody.
new people clutching their pearls, like, and then Megan and Shannon just fucking fuel their fire because they love it.
The real truth.
The new people only last 2 or 3 insults until they see like they don't want any of that. They come over here.
Know that nobody called the facility. He got caught in a lie,
Well, I mean, if you admitted that you did,
and that's why he flipped and went.
Somebody
to the
sent me the fucking text message with Pam. I swear I seen in the last week this conversation.
I have it. I'll send it to you on Instagram.
when all I did was fucking try to do something nice for him, and he played in my fucking face.
Yeah, but yeah, you raised all that money and you didn't even know how to send it to him, right?
Exactly. And she said his cash out was a scam and all type of stuff. That lady is over there bold face goddamn online.
Nobody called the facility pretending to be Andrew's parents.
You said you did.
Fucking lied.
Okay, let's back up. Let's debunk the nobody called Andrew's facility pretending to be his parents. What were you pretending to be?
And his excuse as to being as a
There's
husband,
always a truth and a lie.
give him an excuse to lie about something like that for fucking sympathy.
I mean, I could say the same about Bernie.
It was actually pretty fucking
But you're
gross.
okay with Bernie, right?
Yeah.
Right. Bernie had a quick procedure, but she's allowed to get online and say she had this big surgery and we're all fucking shaming her because she got her fucking solar panel replaced.
She had a battery change. She's acting like she was literally, she went in at 9 a.m. and by 11 a.m. she was already out, kind of like a little coming down from the like the twilight sedation and was back to talking shit. So it's like, why should anyone care more than she cares?
And he's also
That part. Who else got a cat that's fucking mouthy? I can hear it.
I just sent them to you, Regina.
Did Megan have to turn all the other electronics off in her house when she started doing that Tumblr cup of you guys? Because otherwise everything was gonna surge out.
screenshot that I have was too harsh for y'all. If that's too real for y'all, but
I just noticed she was real giddy about that cup, and then suddenly Megan disappeared.
lying and saying he wasn't there.
I mean, so you're trying to shame him for, I mean, that's sad.
I know that I took a screenshot.
Megan was there too. Like, did they know you were gonna put it on the screen when? Yeah, did Megan know you were gonna put it on the screen when you put it on the screen? Did you know Megan's daughter was gonna be standing there watching? Oh, actually, you did though, because doesn't Megan's daughter mod for Megan?
Mm-hmm.
She is.
So yeah, so she did know that by putting that man's X-rated activities up there, what she was doing.
Excuse me.
I've seen worse go to jail for less.
Did I not say?
And y'all know how this all started because we were holding the live one night, y'all, and they tried to attack Andrew. Andrew went in the box, and Monster was trying to defend Andrew because Sassy was trying to attack Andrew. This is how it all got started. Like I got the live and everything, Shannon. So it's so crazy that you didn't forget everything that happened.
9 minutes to get a hold of an operator.
What time is it there? Because she sounds like she's been like, I mean, come on. How is she really this stupid? Is she been day drinking or like something? Like, what's going on?
You call to check on him. So I called.
I just want to throw my little 2 cents in. Hi, everybody.
You hear that on it? You heard that on it?
Yep.
She called.
She just admitted that she called. There she got.
Waited 9 minutes to talk to him.
Nurse told him somebody called pretending to be his parents, but then when he was questioned by Stacky, he told Stacky it wasn't even the nurse. He told Stacky.
Why would you want to know how hard it was going to be to get a hold of him?
What is she going on about? It's just a name on a list, babe.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't take a nurse to run the fucking phones of a hospice. There's just a
Not
list of
even that,
okay names
Michael.
and not okay names.
Michael, she know that they weren't finna give her no information anyway. She knew that. She called the front desk. That's why you can't get no personal information. And she knew that.
You might want to give Regina the big box because she's got the chats.
But yeah, I wanted to say, didn't you just say nobody called the facility, but in the same breath you said, I called the facility to check on him.
Does somebody have the receipt as to when she gave Andrew this money? When did she do that?
I'm looking for it and everything.
I would love to actually see how much money she raised.
People Wicked asked her months ago to provide that, and she's like, well, people wanted to donate anonymously, and people said, well, block out the names and just use the date. Use the dates of your Cash App.
Yep.
And just show how much money was given to correlate with your like amount you gave him, and she would never.
Yeah, she wouldn't do that.
I've got a question.
Yes, she would.
Does anybody know her husband's TikTok app?
Most that's what Shannon being like, I didn't commit the crime, but here's how I did it.
Because if you can find that out, she allegedly bought gifts on TikTok for her husband. Find his look up TickLeap, and around the time that she did the donations and see how much he made at that time.
Oh, man, I saw something saying that you just said that. I was watching something that correlate with exactly what the fuck you just said.
And all the people that witnessed it. And all the people were there.
But you can't say that you didn't call the facility and then say you called the facility.
Or was it the operator?
It's like saying water isn't wet. It makes no fucking sense.
And it also makes no sense that she raised money, her words, before the call, but then later on she said she raised money because of the call.
Yes. Yep.
I want Shannon to write down this entire argument, and then I want to like
I thought
do
it
like
was that
little
she
red
was
lines and
gifting.
circles and like just like edit the shit out of it because it makes no
I don't.
sense.
I agree
I
with
thought it was
Cheryl.
Mikey. What do they call it? A
Nope.
Galaxy. She's like offered them up round and round. Like I think she owes Dana $3 for turning on her camera. I don't think that
She
was
gave
ever
one to
paid.
Nosy Neighbor, Retina. She did get one to Nosy Neighbor in a lie about a week or two ago because she thought Nosy Neighbor was somebody else and they never came off mute. But she did gift them a Galaxy.
Ratina, I actually have
I also want to
screenshots
know.
of her giving them to Detroit Nike, and Smash's Live one night, and a couple other people.
Oh my god, she's still going nuts about them fucking blankets.
Is that around the time that she was collecting money for Andrew, possibly?
I don't know. It was in December because she wanted to give him a Christmas.
Okay, let me go back and look and see when she was sending the Galaxies.
She gave fucking Unknown a gift once too, just because, wasn't it Unknown?
Retina, that's the day she said our docs time. She remember she gifted me an Interstellar.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say I remember being in there when she fucking gifted you something.
Do you know my G's at?
Oh yes, I do. Hold please.
In grown folks' business, don't be using hospice
Maybe
as an
because you're
excuse
married. He's single.
to be a shit person.
Not that you
When
can't
she
watch
said,
porn being married, but I mean,
is it sad that when Shannon just said, like, when are you going to give Leader Watcher the attention over there? And that same attention, I was like, is she talking about me?
and there was a minor there. Are you serious?
So that's all I have to say about that shit. But I have been dragged and
So you did call.
dragged for months.
Can I have Big Box just for 1 second so everybody can screenshot this?
Yes.
Yeah, I need it just for a second.
Well, now you know the truth again.
Why they all got to be named Mike? Like, fuck my life.
5967.
And it really sucks when you're telling the truth and somebody insists on yelling and screaming and being a more pitiful case.
I don't think Andrew has ever yelled or screamed that I have ever witnessed. Not once.
Nope.
Are they saying someone in hospice out-powered them or something right now? Is that what they're saying?
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
That's the guy right there who her mod. That's the dude who I was asking y'all because she was on the picture with him and he the one who be talking shit. He one of her mods. And this who I was asking y'all about the other day. That dude right there on that picture.
Yeah.
I want to say that living in a facility, anyone and everyone, and Andrew has more rights than any of us walking on these streets.
The truth is, Andrew,
His rights are being abused.
And we've been knowing it.
By this foul person that supposedly works in healthcare, and in healthcare, I've been in it for centuries. She has no ethics or morals. Period.
You remember how we were so
I think Shannon worked for like the prison industrial system.
and you literally told us that you only had months to live? That you literally told us that you were probably not even going to make it past Christmas? And then I was
So she's mad that he's like outlived his original like prognosis date. The fuck?
I sent you something on IG, Retina.
to make sure that you got it because you literally told
I
us
had an
you
uncle that
had
was given
months
6 months and he made it a
I
year.
remember that, and then he got all mad because
I didn't get mad because
get more money,
he made it past the
even though
6
there was-
months.
I don't remember exactly what it was. There was something weird.
Correct. He was upset because he thought he was supposed to get more money because Pam was going to match the amount that we raised, but then he blocked Pam.
Right, before she sent money, and she's like, well, if you block me,
Is that just by this year's earnings, though?
It says no history, period. I don't know how to pull up last year's.
That's what I was gonna pay. I was gonna pay for the subscription of that site the other day to look something up. So I'm not sure how that works.
So if there's no history, that means that they've not went live and received gifts. If you get a gift in someone else's box, it doesn't show up there.
Okay, so he's just never received them by himself.
I still did what I did for you.
Someone can
Did
be
she,
on
did she say he refused payment?
But it wasn't
He
until
said they're saying that they sent the money and Pam was supposed to match whatever he got, but then he blocked Pam, so Pam didn't match it.
Well, Pam's a piece of shit.
Every single one of us, you only had months to live.
Well, also maybe he did that because maybe too much money coming in would fuck up his like hospice and Medicaid.
Yep.
Well, you know what, Shannon? They gave my dad 6 months to live, and he lasted 11. But when they said he had 2 weeks, he ended up only having 2 days left. So I guess what? I guess it kind of just depends on the fucking person. But just because you repeat something that you were diagnosed with and what the doctors say doesn't mean that your body is going to listen to the doctor and crash out when they say you should.
Right.
Exactly, routine.
Medicine is a science, and science is not.
I've provided care
finite
for
thing.
hospice patients that were on hospice. It's a family thing decision to provide care for that person, and they can live 5 years and be on hospice.
Yep.
I used to be a CNA. I used to do home health care, and the last home health care I did, I only strictly worked in with the hospice patients, and it literally, it doesn't I just get so fucking irritated at people's ignorance when it comes to end of life care, because it all depends. And it's not necessarily, I can't speak for Andrew, but I'm going to speak my fucking own personal opinion on the situation, that if he chose to go into a facility and he said it was so his children didn't have to bear the responsibility of caring for him or finding him past, that's a fucking decision he made, and you should shut the fuck up about his decision to make anything about his life and or his care he receives at the end of his life. It doesn't matter if you last a fucking year. It's still the end of your life, and this is what you're choosing to fucking put him through at the end. Because why? He sits over with people that you don't like, and he sticks up for himself, and people stick up for him. So you want to fucking degrade a man in any aspect possible? Why? Because it tainted your fucking character, that literally your own actions fucking taint every day higher than anything Andrew could ever fucking say about you.
So she's saying that he lied about his life expectancy because he made it past the months he said he was expected.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
But you know what else they did? T, you know what else they did? They had a whole chat where they did a background check on Andrew while he was in hospice. Did you know that?
No.
They lied and they was lying and said he was in hospice for one reason, but the man was actually in hospice for another reason. That was the whole text thread that we had put out about that. She had did a background check on Andrew. All of that. Just to find out where he stayed at. Like, she pulled up all that man information. It had got to me. That's how I ended up posting all the screenshots and stuff on my live that day when Shannon information was on there. The day she gifted me that Interstellar. But yeah, they did a background check on that man, called the facility and all type of shit to him. They did that.
And you know what? It also depends financially on how people are equipped to handle things. Because if you are going to receive home care or go to a nursing home, all of your assets must be sold if you're not going to pay out of pocket for your stay there in any type of facility in that manner. If the state is going to have to flip your bill, you got to get rid of everything. And you can't be giving it to your children either. That's not how that fucking works.
And how was Andrew a scammer also?
How? Because he chose to go to a facility rather than be at home. Because how do you know what kind of care he actually gets per day, or medication, or any of those things, that he would have the ability to have a room somewhere and receive the care that he gets? Because everybody's not also granted the permission to have round the clock care at home or a hospice or home health aid around the clock. That's not how this whole fucking works. And unless you're educated on it, you should shut the fuck up about your own personal opinions into it.
So I would think that if Andrew was like trolling her to be malicious, he would not have been nice to her. He used a different name
when you're on Megan's platform, when you're on Mallory's platform.
because y'all are the people that y'all
Into
are.
our lives to attack you. We're not gonna
But see, don't you know he was very respectful in the messages? He was just
He
like, I'm
was.
trying to get to know you. And he was like, I'm not like everybody else. He was like, just because other people don't like you, that don't mean I don't like you. I want to get to know you for myself. Like, he was very
Yep.
respectful in those messages.
Absolutely.
I've seen him maybe make a couple snarky comments, but he has never
less than.
been fucking outright mean to a single person I have ever seen. And if he has, fucking show it to me.
Yep. Oh, Burnout. We're still waiting for those receipts that he told to other women and almost made them unalive themselves.
Steph, an honest question, and anybody in here that's ever experienced it, okay? If you are caring for somebody with medical issues or a disability in the home, do you know what the process is to even be able to get reimbursed for your time as a caregiver to your significant other or child? Do you know how long that process takes? Do you even know the amount of money you get per hour? Because it's fucking disgusting.
Absolutely correct, Rotina.
I will tell you, Bernadette, is what they like to do is they like to get you in a box and they like to surround you around about 6 or 7 people.
Today is the first day I've had her in my box, and I didn't really want her in my box because I've always said she wasn't allowed in my box. I've said I would never put her in my box.
Here's the thing is, if Bernadette wants to get in a box, or she shouldn't be in a box, then why is she in a live where she can fucking request a box?
Thank you, Regina.
She's acting like we're following her onto the back of a bus and like cornering her. Like, what are you talking about?
I was getting ready to say that. It's funny. She comes in a live knowing that nobody likes her, right? So then she wants to jump in the box. And then she starts yelling and cussing when people are trying to be respectful. She starts yelling and cussing everybody. Well, of course people's going to get fucking pissed off when you're getting called bitches and motherfuckers.
Yep. As soon as she came in here, she requested a box.
They try to break you down. And that's what
excuse me, talking about the pay, I retired from CNA and I got a phone call and I was living in another state. I came back to Ohio to take care of my father who is in end stage Alzheimer's so that we could take care of him at home. And I didn't request anything. I did it for nothing because he was my father.
Can I get the big box right quick? I want to show y'all this video that I found where Shannon posted a receipt, but mind you, she never posted the whole receipt. And Dinah was in the comments the whole time, y'all. I found one of the videos. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
But they don't care about mental health. They don't care about
Yes, because whether it's $13 or $16, that doesn't usually exclude the actual cost of living or caring for that, because whether it be medical equipment, do people understand? Here's an aspect also, if you've never been in this situation, right? So sometimes when your body gets so weak and you're not strong enough, you need a mechanical lift, whether it be sit to stand or a whole Hoyer lift. Do you also know how long it takes to get approved or to get that into your home and have insurance or help with that?
in life.
Like, people are so fucking ignorant when it comes to this shit.
I'm sorry to barge in, but I have to say my piece on this. I'm hospice now. That doesn't mean I'm going to transition tomorrow. I'm on hospice because it was in the state of Oklahoma. It's easier to control the medications that we who are in pain on, because we don't have to go through the pharmacist and the state and laws and stuff like that. Because I have multiple myeloma and amyloidosis. I'm at the end stages. That doesn't mean I'm going to transition tomorrow. Right. I was in palliative care for 3.5 years. And I was approached by my primary care and my oncologist in order to control the pain. Let's go on hospice. That doesn't mean I'll stay on hospice, but until we can control the pain, we're staying on hospice.
Right.
And I would also like to state that we can choose a facility if we want. That is our choice in Oklahoma. Now, all states are different. We chose palliative care at the beginning, and that is to have home health and a nurse come in. My home health, my PCA, came in 3 times a week, and she still does to help me. My nurse comes once a week. It was twice, now it's once. Now that we're getting the pain under control, to be reimbursed for home health care or to take care of your loved one in Oklahoma. I cannot speak for other states, but I can speak for Oklahoma. You go through a private care facility that hires PCAs and home health aides to come and help you. You have to go through a background check, and it's a lengthy process. Then you get hired by the company. The company comes in and sends a home health a PCA, and insurance companies reimburse that company that hires these men and women. And for her, and that's my thing on hospice and palliative care. Another thing I have to say is, if she's in the medical field and she calls a facility trying to get information about him, she needs to lose her license, because that is, you take an oath when you're in the medical field not to indulge anything to anyone about your patients. That is the bottom line. And if you do, you go before the board. I don't care if it's a PCA, a CA, or RN or LPN or a doctor. Because my doctor and his nurses are on this app, and they listen to my lives as they used to. They listen to everybody's lives going on here. And when I used to go to the doctor, my oncologist, we used to gossip about y'all. Believe it or not, they all know who y'all are. But if anybody releases any medical information about anybody on this app without their authorization, and they are in the medical field, they need to lose their license. And I'm a firm believer of that. That is